What up, everyone? Welcome to OTHERspaceFM live research. Just a couple of bored apes over here learning about the other side. We got Jason the ape. What's good, Jason?
What's up, buddy? What's up, Millie? We're just, enjoying the day. I'm hanging out in the Bored Ape Yacht Club bar. It's time to do a little live research and figure out what this metaverse is all about that we keep hearing about. So I thought it would be cool if we could hang out together today and maybe do a little online live research, show some folks how two bored apes get down and figure out what the metaverse is, share a little bit of our thoughts on it, and also get a chance to hang out.
Hell yeah. And for those that don't know, Jason the ape and I have been running a Twitter space called OTHERspaceFM every week on Thursday ever since the first trip. So, please join us there. We wanted to open up this live research to everyone else that, wants to learn more about Otherside. And, what better way to learn about it from a couple of bored apes that are bored as fuck, trying to figure out the other side.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
But well, what we can do is let's open up otherside.xyz. And, we won't go too deep into the entire website, but for those of you that are brand new, this might be helpful. So we'll kind of like go through it. This is just based off of what we know, but everyone is really doing such a great job at sharing their knowledge along the way. And we hope to do that with you all.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of opportunity for fun to hang out, and you're going to see two bored apes sharing their metaverse points a lot in the next few months.
Hell yeah. Well, this is otherside.xyz. And the first thing that we have in here is a trailer. So should we watch this?
Absolutely, dude. Hell yeah.
All right. I get so hyped every time I see it. All right, so this is the
I'm
first
inside
trailer
of it right now, actually, inside the swamp.
Hell yeah, let's check it out.
You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on to the other side, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, yeah. We chased our pleasures here, dug our treasures there, but can you still recall the time we cried? Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Everybody, you're my baby. Everybody, you're my baby. Break on through to the other side. Break on through, break on through, break on through. Bring on through. Hey, 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 hey.
All right, yo. So what did we just see there, dude?
Our first video is gonna get flagged for sure. But no, that was an amazing trailer. Super dope. When I first saw that, I was blown away. There's so much incredible detail. There's a lot of story that was given to us, but also a lot of untold things kind of just sprinkled in. So it's a lot to unpack in that trailer.
I know. I feel like we can do a whole episode just kind of like breaking down the trailer, maybe a couple of the trailers, and seeing what we can pull away from that. But, essentially you see Curtis, the ape, at the clubhouse going fishing, and gets this bottle and it just says drink on the bottom because there's a leaf covering the word don't. And he just decides to gulp that and then just goes crazy from there. Sees like the earth just start opening up, and all of a sudden there's this creature, this celestial being called a coda, that lifts Curtis up and pulls him over into this, different universe and world, and eventually sees like a spaceship with a bunch of other characters, which is really cool and interesting because these are characters from other NFT projects. We got like World of Woman in there. We got Nouns. We got Cryptodes. We got a mutant. Who else was in there? I'm trying to rack my brain.
Cool Cats.
Oh, Cool Cat.
World of Women.
So that's kind of showcasing almost the interoperability side that we're going to be talking about in a little bit. So really freaking cool trailer, amazing song, obviously.
I mean, it also ties into more current news that we won't get into today for this most recent video, but talking about all those different communities, what that even means for the other side down the line. So looking forward to talking about that later on.
Yeah, good point. So we have Break On Through, Enter the Other Side. You got here just in time. Otherside is a gamified, interoperable metaverse currently under development. The game blends mechanics from massively multiplayer online role-playing games, MMORPGs, and Web3-enabled virtual worlds. Think of it as a meta RPG where players own the world, your NFTs can become playable characters, and thousands can play together in real time. How have you seen this kind of play out so far?
I've participated in other worlds, other metaverses, but this sounds like the best of a video game that I've always wanted, but you get to take home the things you own. So imagine playing a game where you own the assets within it, and the NFTs you owned were characters you got to play within the game. That seems so obvious, right? But the fact that they're bringing it out to thousands of players in real time, like, woof, that's going to be awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a new kind of game mechanic when you have people owning their characters and owning all of the assets within this particular world,
Right.
And I think that's a big deal, considering like we own the IP for our apes. So, whatever anyone builds on the other side, we should be able to use that. We don't have to worry about, it being limited or having, a company come after us for using these characters, because these are all characters that we personally own. So that's really interesting. And then even the word meta RPG, which is something I believe Yuga Labs even patented,
really?
Right? Or trademarked or something like that. I think it was trademarked. So they're definitely building on this idea of a meta RPG. We'll still see how this all plans to shape out, but they're talking about thousands of players coming together in real time. And I think we'll learn a little bit more about the tech that kind of runs, that is powering the other side.
I can't wait.
But that's what's enabling it. Yeah. All right. There's this little, I don't know what it looks like. It looks like a mutated toad or something like that, but it's a
nice what that looks like?
Hangout. Huh.
It looks like the 10K TF toad, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little boss toad action there.
A little bit.
Yeah, we'll see. But that showed up in the trailer. It says, leave your mark, first to the future. Do you want to just read this out loud?
Yeah, first to the future. Let me give it a second to buffer on my end because it's blurry and these old ape eyes don't work anymore. Our mission is to make the other side immersive, interactive, and collaborative in a way that that's never been done before. So in the spirit of Dungeons and Dragons, Otherside will be an always evolving experience co-created with its players. With an other deed, you can participate in prototype builds, demos, and tests that shape the final game design and experience. Building the future is a team effort, and we want you to be part of the team. So This is really exciting, man. I don't get the Dungeons and Dragons part. I've never played, but I do respect the always evolving experience, and it's co-created with the players. So that means that Tim what do you think that means? I'll share my thoughts after.
Well, even in the previous paragraph, they're talking about how this is in development. And I think at first a lot of people were confused that Otherside was just going to be this game, when in actuality, it's a platform.
Right.
It's a platform. There's going to be games on top of it, as well as applications and just things that, experiences people can build on it. And one thing that we know to be the case is how important the community is to be participating in this, both as players, but also as like creators and builders. And so they're kind of talking about Otherside being an always evolving experience co-created with its players.
Right.
And so it leads me to think about the tools that Otherside Yuga is going to offer all of the players to create, to evolve the platform.
Right.
And I think we'll hit on that a little bit later with the ODK.
I think what I get out of this is that the always evolving experience speaks more to the fact that it's a platform that they're going to allow updates and changes for kind of forever, right? Because it's not just one specific game. It's kind of a alternative reality in a very true sense. So I think that's going to be a very surreal experience once we get to be in there. Once we get to take these forms of our apes right now and then put it into a video game experience, or rather a digital experience.
Yeah, anyone that will be able to participate, I think it's going to be important to like think about how they're going to, what that participation looks like, but also just what ideas and what people can imagine around that, so that we can eventually create that together. So
right.
This is really cool. I think there's some other things on the website, some other tools that kind of like are examples of this team effort, but it's important that we're incentivized to cooperate, and I think we'll start seeing that. The thing that they've minted for Otherside are these other deeds. And the other, in order, it says, own a piece, your other deed awaits. Build on the other side, collect resources, create and play on it, and make yourself at home. Otherside will be what you make it, and your other deed will be your key. Your other deed enables you to claim a plot of land when the Otherside launches. There will be a total of 200,000 other deeds. The first 100,000 other deeds are available on April 30th, 2022. The second 100,000 other deeds will be exclusively rewarded to voyagers who hold other deeds and contribute to the development of Otherside. For those with Bored Apes or Mutants, your other deed awaits your claim. For other adventurers, other deeds will be available for sale with Apecoin. So there's definitely some nice little key points to unpack in here.
I mean, the first point is this is something that we're looking at that's already been out for a little bit. We're past April 30th. So as Bored Apes, you were able to claim your deed. So was I. I didn't get a coda on my land, but I was pretty content with what I got. And now there's 100,000 deeds that what were they, minted right after they were airdropped, or rather claimed by the Bored Apes and Mutants. And these, exactly. Let's look at these numbers, and this will give us a better breakdown.
Yeah. So out of the 100,000, 10% were reserved for BAYC holders. So each BAYC holder was able to claim another deed, which happened to be at the center of the other side, which they call the biogenic swamp. So 10,000 were reserved for those Bored Apes. And then they have 20,000 reserved for mutant apes. And that's just outside of the biogenic swamp. If you know the biogenic swamp's in the middle, just outside of that, you have chemical goo. And the mutant apes were able to claim those lands. And then you got 15,000 other deeds that were really allocated for Yuga and other project developers that's going to be helping create the other side. So developers. And then for the 55%, they call it ventures. And these are people who wanted to mint using Apecoin.
Right.
So,
which we did, right? I did.
Yeah, I was able to secure a mint, you know, cop 2 additional other deeds. I currently have a total of 5.
Nice.
And yeah, it's and so we're still waiting to hear like how are the next 100,000 other deeds going to be distributed. And there's a lot of speculation around that. So they're talking about in here the second 100,000 other deeds will be exclusively rewarded to Voyagers who hold other deeds and contribute to the development of Otherside. What's your kind of take on that?
I mean, so we got to do the demo, and if you used your deed, you got an update on the metadata that said you were part of the first trip, right? And I didn't use that with all of my deeds, so I don't have that on all of mine. I just have it on one. I was timid to connect my wallet with all of them to the first experience. So I thought maybe with that, there was going to be a lot of participation and experiences and getting metadata updates that basically said I was contributing to these experiences. I helped with the testing, you know, I helped with whatever beta stuff needed to be done. I'm also curious if they're going to reward communities somehow, if they're going to give 10K TF Genesis holders, like you had said, maybe some deeds, or maybe Cool Cats come along and get rewarded. Who knows? Anything is possible with Yuga Labs, to be honest.
Yeah, there's, you know, we're starting to see a lot of different communities hint at their involvement with Otherside, which makes sense. You know, if Yuga is going to spearhead building this platform, that also means other projects don't need to start off from scratch creating their own metaverse platform. They can really participate in this platform that we're co-developing together. So we'll see. I mean, it is interesting that 15,000 out of the 100,000 are reserved for other project developers helping to create Otherside as well as for Yuga. So
that seems promising to me. Like they would use that land to partner with big companies and big experiences who want to come in and create some spectacle in there, you know?
Yeah. And you mentioned 10KTF, which is another project that is, you know, powered by Yuga Labs, which was just recently acquired by Yuga. And so there's a lot of different rumors and speculation. Oh, yeah, for sure. But yeah, you know, and then when it comes to 200,000 other deeds, if we're still rolling with this 15%, we could be up to 30,000 deeds that might be leveraged for other communities and developers. So, you know, we'll see how this plays out. Interoperable. This is a big part. Come as you are. Do you want to just go ahead and read this out?
Yeah, I'll jump into it. You're going to bring your own character. The other side is for everyone. All BAYC, MAYC, BAKC, and CryptoPunk holders will be provided with Otherside ready 3D models of their NFTs at game launch, available as playable characters. Meebits are coming too, and will be provided with any updates required to make them adventure ready in Otherside. For everyone else, you'll be able to import and create your own characters via ODK. So Bored Ape, BAYC means Bored Ape, MAYC means mutant, BAKC means Bored Ape Kennel Club dog, CryptoPunks is CryptoPunks, and then Meebits is Meebits. So I have a Meebit. I'm excited about that. I bought a Meebit actually because I saw that it would come with the Otherside 3D ready eventually, and I got excited because of that.
Yeah, that's I'm loving the Meebits movement right now. There's so many really cool things that are happening,
Yeah,
especially with
dude.
those 3D models and everything. But I think it's kind of going to show like, okay, we know at least these collections and the holders of these collections are going to be provided with other side ready 3D models, right? At the
Right.
launch, as playable characters. But that doesn't mean just because I have a, cool cat or whatever it might be, just because we were mentioning that earlier, that I wouldn't be able to import or create my own characters via
Right.
the other side development kit. So we can expect for any community that wants to participate to that has like other side ready 3D models to come in and make it available for you to play as your NFT, your character.
You know what I love? The phrasing where it says any updates required to make them adventure ready in Otherside. Like that's an exciting little blurb right there where it really kind of insinuates that this is going to be a fun experience, something that you're going to experience, something that's going to be a journey in a sense, right? Like what is an adventure
Yeah.
when you think of it? It's all these fun kind of things. It might be scary, it might be rewarding,
Yeah.
it might be time consuming. It's going to be interesting.
It's probably gonna be all of those, dude.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're getting a little glimpse at some of the partners that we may be able to see at launch. You got Nouns, Cool Cats, Crypto Punks, Meebits, World of Woman, Mutants, Bored Ape Kennel Club, Cryptodes. And this really just kind of goes to show, that it's not just Bored Apes, right?
Right.
And I think a lot of people had that perception with Otherside at first. Whereas, more than half of those other deeds were not claimed by a Bored Ape or Mutant Ape, right? It's people who wanted to mint it. Anyone could have minted it, as long as they KYC'd at the time. But
Yeah.
here's the thing: make it your own. Create for the other side. If you like building your own stuff, you can do that too. The ODK will allow creators to make things for the other side as well as sell them in the game's marketplace.
Ooh.
Not just characters, but also outfits, tools, structures, and even games. Creation comes with perks. Get first dibs on the ODK. And so it gives you an opportunity to sign up, which takes you over to this section of the website called the ODK. Yeah. But do you have any comments on this?
That's something I was told to recommend that everyone sign up for, because you're going to have, no one's going to really have a competitive advantage over anyone right now because everyone's learning these tools. So if you have a desire to create something, just put a little time and effort into it and see what you come up with. Cause it sounds like we're going to have a very valuable marketplace where we're going to be able to create all sorts of new tools and items and then sell them. So bam, economy right there. Right. That sounds amazing.
No, that's what excites me. We're talking about a creator economy right here.
Exactly.
And if you know how to create and make things for the other side, there's going to be a marketplace for that. So whether it's characters, whether it's outfits, tools, structures, and then they even mention games. Like if I create my own game, I can actually put that and make it available for every single person that's on the other side. And so I would imagine, especially when we get our hands on that ODK, we're going to start to see a lot of innovation from developers and people to kind of put that out there. And, if I'm building out my own world and there are artists that create certain items or things that I would want to use in that world for an experience, what a great opportunity to be able to tap into the creations that others have made. And if I see value in that, I'll purchase it, so I can use it. So I think that this is really exciting for me.
No, I think this is a big part of why the other side is so important for a lot of us.
Mhm.
All right.
And here we are. It's all powered by Apecoin. A coin for your voyage. Other side doesn't take cash, credit, or checks. The economy here runs on Apecoin. Should you aim to purchase on another side, it's Ape you'll need. So, you know, you can hit learn more about Apecoin. It leads us to apecoin.com. But this is the currency that is going to be fueling and powering the other side.
Yeah. I don't have nearly enough, so have to figure that out.
Well, I think that's the key too, is like there may be, because it's a currency, you'll probably need it for certain things, right? But there's probably ways you can earn it as well.
Right. So maybe selling
And
some
so,
resources from my plots or bartering.
yeah,
You never know.
maybe you're a creator and you create some really, great items that, for instance, Jason the Ape would really want on his other side land plot. That will need to be purchased by Apecoin.
Right.
So this becomes the currency, the in-game currency, or the currency that's going to be powering the other side and the marketplace that's part of it. So definitely want to learn more about Apecoin. That's a whole nother topic that we can do in itself.
We'll do another episode on that later on.
All right, game-changing tech. They label it as immersive and interactive. Do you want to read this or paraphrase?
I think that's a little long, so we can kind of breeze over it and kind of give our thoughts on it. So if someone wants to read it, they can.
I'll tell you what, though, right here, with the power of Improbable's M² technology, 10,000 plus players will be able to interact simultaneously in a single place, connect with natural voice chat, even in crowds of thousands, experience rich, immersive gameplay supported by AI and physics, and move between metaverses.
Yeah, that says everything, right? Interoperable, so you'll be able to use this tech. Dude, we did demos, and the first demo, there was so many people next to each other running about. The second time, we were running around doing tasks with these codas. Don't know what they are still, but we were able to run by people and hear them talk. And I could say like, "Hey, look over here," and the guy next to me would turn around and hear me, and it was like we're in the same room. It was such a trip, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. I think that the tech is what is going to enable all of these new experiences to happen,
Right.
in a cool way. In the second paragraph, they kind of talk about the ops per second that they can process, because that's the metric it ultimately comes down to, is like how many operations per second can this process. And yeah, typical online game worlds can handle about 10,000 operations per second, whereas other side will be able to handle more than 500 million operations per second. So I think that's what we're going to see, come to fruition if we're able to continue to scale this correctly. So Improbable's M² technology is what's powering the other side. And that is based off of an open metaverse with open standards, so that any sort of assets that are used are interoperable with multiple metaverses. Hey, you own something in the other side. Well, technically, whatever you own could actually exist in a completely different metaverse that's built on the same open standards as M². And so that is going to be really, really interesting, to kind of see play out.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I can't wait for the next demo.
Yeah. And that's the end of the website, where they just kind of allow you to go buy the other deed. It leads you to the OpenSea collection.
Yeah.
the claim period as well, which I believe is over. And then you see
Right.
Yuga Labs, Improbable, who's partnering with Yuga with their M squared technology, and then Animoca Brands, which is another big Web3 company that is really involved in IP and games. So it's exciting to see kind of these teams, these powerhouses come together to build this out.
Yeah, I think this has been a perfect opportunity to start off our live research on our OTHERspaceFM YouTube stream here. I think we're going to do this a lot more and kind of break down different parts of the other side and different aspects of the metaverse as they are created right before our eyes. You know, so that's going to be really fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's different parts of the website as well that go deeper and deeper. This is really just the landing page of otherside.xyz, but hopefully if you're watching this, you just have like a good overview of what that front page means and, you know, some additional color and thoughts from a couple of apes. But, you know, we plan on continuing to just keep diving into this stuff. For the last few weeks or months, even, this has been probably the most exciting thing that I've been focused on. And you know, Jason and myself, we love to come to talk to each other every single week about this stuff on OTHERspaceFM. So, you know, we hope you can join us. You know, if there's questions or anything that you want to just dive a little bit deeper into, please leave a comment below so that we can kind of hear your voice and really, you know, we'd love for you to help shape what this YouTube channel can be.
Yeah. If there's any other Bored Apes out there, or you know, people interested in the other side and have any thoughts, maybe they want to figure out how to come on the show down the line, feel free to reach out to either of us on Twitter. You know, you got at MILLI Meditate. How do you say it? Meditate. Like meditation. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. MILLI Meditate, dude.
That was hard as fuck to say for me. And then mine is the _ boring show. I was like, wow, that was real hard, guys. You know, the beauty of this, Sean, is rather MILLI is going to be just doing this and getting better at understanding what the metaverse is bringing to us.
Hey, at the end of the day, we're having so much fucking fun. And yeah, it's Jason the Ape's my freaking brother from another mother, as well as brother on the blockchain. I'm number 2338. He's 2339. But yeah, you know what? I have fun doing this with you, Jay. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Let's keep learning. Let's keep sharing with each other. And also, we're, you know, anyone who wants to hop along on the ride, we are absolutely looking forward to being on this journey with you. So please share your comments, share your feedback. We're going to do this again. This is the first time. We're just going out and doing it. So yeah, let's go, dude.
Sick, man. All right, bro. Bye, everybody.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you joining us for OTHERspaceFM live research. Peace.